Alrighty then, it's Walter. Hey, I'm finally doing my show. I had to wait because I was going to use my GoCam, and guess what happened? I wasn't charging it correctly, so it actually ended up dying right when I was starting my show about 2 hours ago. Now it's like 3:45 a.m., so that's not really cool because I got to go to work. Now I work second shift, so you're probably going to say, "Oh, you're a big baby," because I don't go in until 4 o'clock at my job. But you know what? It's hard. I sleep sometimes until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's happened before. I'm not going to have any time to, I have to run right out the door. So, yeah, I'm a baby. I got my iced tea tonight, too. Anyway, as for the folks who are watching my cam, I am so fucking tired, though. I can't believe it. Got my MacBook over here. You can't see that, so... But anyway, it was amazing. You know what? I think I just proved myself right again. These guys were talking about some woman at work, or a girl. She looks like a girl. She doesn't look like a woman. And they were saying how she probably put on weight from when she first started in the locker room. So if you guys are hearing this, dude, I don't give a fuck what you talk about, but they quieted down and, made sure to whisper it after I came. And you're talking like guys in their 30s, probably... maybe even pushing early 40s, and you're acting like you're in high school. I mean, there's got to be a point. Sorry, I had to do that. Anyway, I just had to kind of point to the thing. I got to make sure my mic levels are good too. While I do goofy shit like go on the side, yeah, it really lowers the level. I'm just trying to do some goofy stuff for the camera thing. Guys, just grow up. I mean, yeah, and you know what? I have to apologize because I made some comment. I probably didn't make it on there, but I'm still going to do this apology. Some girl I was told yesterday, and then I heard I got the information wrong. Apparently, where we work, we have to gown up. And somebody said at first, and then they changed their mind. I was like, no, I like the story you told me at first, where she went in her street clothes into an area that's supposed to be a sterile area of my job. Sterilized area, meaning you have to gown up and make sure you don't contaminate the room. Well, I found out that she had part of the uniform on, not all of it. And it was like, you know what, I hate to tell you, from hearing that she was in her street clothes to, yeah, she had part of her uniform on, it's not that big of a fucking deal. It's not going to ruin those rooms. The place I work, they worry about the wrong things too much, and they don't worry about other things enough. So, the fact that, I'm not very fond of these people at my job because they just ostracize me any given moment. They stop talking. They smirk. I mean, yeah, it's like a step below grade school. We have actually a daycare, but I actually have more respect for these young kids. I mean, you're talking like infants to about 11 years old, and I have more respect for them than obviously I could hold a more intellectual, intellectual would be the best word, conversation with these people that obviously are below their, it's an insult to these poor little kids. And their parents are the ones who are probably acting like that. I don't know, because some of the parents were really, really nice. So probably, yeah, the people that I have to work with don't have their kids in that daycare at my job, so... forgive me on that one too, folks. Anyway, there was a couple stories I wasn't going to do this. And this is another thing that really pisses me off. I was trying to communicate with a friend, and he made me change my phone service to his. And I was stupid enough, and I believed him. He said, oh, you got bad reception, which I did. I had T-Mobile, and I went to Verizon. And it was like... Okay, I did get a lot of drop calls, but I got really good network for internet. The phone service sucked, but the internet was excellent. When I did get calls, they were actually really good. Now, I did get a call, I have to confess, for my job, and I was trying to get through to say, hey, listen, I'm going to be late. I was driving to work, and the phone kept on dropping. In fact, I had one call that was like with higher-ups, and the phone call conversation dropped while I was on the phone with them. And it was like, well, you know what? I was ready to hang up on them, so thank you, T-Mobile. You helped me out with that. So that was the main reason anyway. I did have to go to a more reliable service like Verizon. But this guy says he's a friend. constantly says he's always busy, but what he's doing is he's goofing off. And he's got, like, a whole list of TV shows he has to watch. And it's like, dude, you're ridiculous. Your life, you're like a year older than me, about 6 months, really. Not even. Older than me, and you act like you're like a 5-year-old. Oh, I got to watch this. It's like, why don't you just, it's like a kid who has to get home and watch the Cartoon Network. I mean, he's not any better than that. So it's like, dude, just, I love you, dude. You're my friend, but you got to kind of grow out of that mind frame that TV shows and goofy shit. Not that I'm any better, because trust me, I'm in debt again. I just got myself out of debt like for the 4th or 5th time, and I got myself back in the debt again. And now I what I just saw about that iWatch, and it looks so interesting. One of the shows I listen to, the guy isn't really big into Apple products and stuff. He was before anybody else was. And he said, I'm not really interested, and none of the people in his show, the work behind the scenes of his show, are interested in it either. Yeah, I'm going to kind of keep that vague on who it is, because I don't want to hear any complaints. Oh, well, because if I'm going to have a gritty show, I don't want to affiliate an entertainer I like with it, because they're going to think, well, this is the generalization of what his listeners are like, because it's not true. You know what? If I'm messed up, I'm not going to bring somebody else down like somebody I like, an entertainer with me. Anyway, real quick, I just want to go a couple of these things. I'm going to keep it in that mark because I only get like 15 minutes, so I'm keeping an eye on. I'm already halfway through. There are some articles that popped up. Obviously, I'm not going to have time to read them, but it said Georgia mother accused of naked twisted party with teen daughter, sex with a minor. The mother, Evans, Georgia, is being accused of hosting a party with her teenage daughter that allegedly included naked twisted consumption of pot and alcohol, and accumulated with the woman having sex with a 16-year-old male. This never ends. I wish I could just kind of pull this camera over and show you a picture, but it was on the Huffington Post, so you know where to find it. Anyway, there was another thing I had to just look at. I'm just going to read the captions because I'm not going to have time to go into a lot of detail, and it takes forever for me to do the post after this. So, and I'm already halfway through again. It says they're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch. This is on Uproxx, so is returning to MTV2, and I think that's funny. I never really watched it. I think I kind of glanced at it, but it was kind of funny making fun of these, I'm assuming, Britney Spears and stuff. I'm not going to read the article. It's on Uproxx, but it looks like it would be pretty funny. It's the old ones, obviously. This one kind of got to me, so I'm not going to read it all the way through. I'm not going to kill you with that. But it said it's on something called MN, Madame Noir. I'm probably saying that Noir. Anyway, it says, should Gwyneth Paltrow, I love her. I mean, she's got an incredible voice. She was on Glee one season, maybe more because I stopped watching it, and I really liked that show. But I have all due respect. I love the woman, but she's just does some crazy things. It's entitled, Should Gwyneth Paltrow Be Criticized for Trying to Understand the Struggles of Living on Food Stamps? It's like, you know what? You're probably a bleeding heart liberal, but I honestly, these people, the best way to deal with being on food stamps is to get off of them. End of case. So that's the end of my thing on that. I can't make this a sarcastic thing, but it was on Philly.com. I guess it's basically the local news, Fox News. Tragedy led to a girl's incredible cure, and it basically said she saw, because I don't have enough time to read the whole thing, and I'm not going to torture you again. She met Jesus, and basically she went to heaven. I'm not trying to be mean about this. I'm reading it really general, but yeah, it was a pretty interesting article. It kind of got my heartstrings, so I kind of threw it in the match, even though I'm not reading it. So. There was something on Uproxx again, and it says, this twerking video is being investigated by Russian authorities for deprived acts. And it's funny. I hate to say these girls are probably only teenagers, slightly above a tween, but they had better asses than Miley Cyrus, which isn't saying that much. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to try to get myself arrested because I'm not a woman. I can't get away with making sexual comments on underage kids that would be basically what do you call that? Being a pedophiliac or whatever. Only women can get away with that, so I'm not going to go any further. But it was funny. There's this whole video on there too, and these young Russian girls are like actually twerking, so it's pretty funny. Okay, there was one from Montgomeryville patch, the Lansdale patch, and now hey, this is a good follow up. It says 2 Lansdale men arrested for child pornography. Folks, I mean, come on. And I made a joke to a friend. I said, yeah, they actually work at my job. It says 2 Lansdale men were arrested Tuesday in separate child pornography cases, according to the report by The Reporter. That's our local newspaper. One was 28-year-old Casey James Boone. He was charged with 5 counts, and this other guy, he's got some Hispanic name. But you know what? Women at work, please look at me like I'm the one who's the creep and the child molester, and you continue to date these guys because I'm sure you do. So anyway, I'm cutting short because I want to keep this in the 15-minute mark, and right now I'm actually pretty close. I got 4 minutes left. Anyway, this one was funny. I had to make a joke about it almost. It says photo of it. This is on Fox News, Philly News, Fox Philly. Photo of child, and there is a photo of a child who ripped up his allowance. And I'm like looking at it. It looks like $5 bills. It's like, dude, hey, little kid, you're actually making the same amount I am on your allowance that I do after I pay all my taxes and other stuff that comes out of, to pay for the people on welfare and, the people who like live on food stamps. Well, hey, little dude, you're making as much money as I am after that's all said and done. So you should have ripped up that money. In fact, it was kind of funny. I swear to God, I thought I saw my father in that picture taping those $5 bills marked, taping them back together because, he's so cheap. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, that was pretty funny. Kid, this was hilarious too. Another one I'd like to throw, and I had to think of the song from King Diamond called "Grandma." Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know, but it's titled "Kid Swiped Grandpa's $25,000 and he began giving it out $100 bills at his school." This kid. This is Newser. Read less, no more. Yeah, the kid was 13 years old. He was giving out $100 bills. He literally stole $2,500 from his $25,000 from his grandfather, and he was giving it away at school in $100 bills. Now, it looks like the grandfather was 83 years old, so I feel really bad for saying it. But you know what? I think, again, I hate to say this, I think my dad was in that mix trying to get some of those bills when the kid was giving them out at that school. I don't know where it was. I don't have time to figure out where it came from, but it was pretty funny. Next story. Dude, this was heart-wrenching. I mean, people. This was in Philly. It was on Fox News, and I can't make any jokes about it, but it says Good Samaritan credited with saving a quadriplegic man found in the woods. So this guy, he works at a hospital. He works at, I think, Mercy Hospital in Philadelphia. And he found this 19-year-old kid, left abandoned by his mother in the woods. And the guy he thought at first, because he took, a shortcut home from, in I guess, somewhere wooded area in Philly. I didn't think there was any wooded areas. There's concrete, but not wood. But this guy, he's, actually, oh, God, I can't remember. He's from, I'm drawing a blank because I'm running out of time too, but anyway, it's a heart-wrenching story. So I want to say the guy was Jamaican because I think he had a bit of a Jamaican accent. This guy who works at this Mercy Hospital, but he actually saved this poor kid. The guy, he was 19 years old. He couldn't even talk. He was his mother took off to visit her boyfriend. I think it said in South Carolina or something like that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Boyfriend in Maryland. So I really got off on that. I was wrong on that one. But, dude, people, because there could be ladies, too, so I apologize. Oh, shit, I'm over my time. I'm running out of time on this camera. So, yeah, because I'm taping it, too. That was a very heart-wrenching story, so I'm going to let that go because I'm counting down. Another good story from Rare American News. This girl took her 80-year-old grandfather to his first prom. So very, very touching story. I'm running out of time. I'm going over, so I'm going to just go down. There was something on about Daredevil. They were making it. It's going to be a Netflix show, so I was ready to get rid of Netflix. I did it before, and now I'm going to hold on to it, but they're actually doing for the hearing impaired, because if you know anything about Daredevil, the character is blind, or legally blind, I guess. I don't know. Well, he's blind, so his vision's very bad, at least. He's legally blind, yes. So the character, Daredevil. I never read the comic book. A friend has read it. He likes it. He even liked Ben Affleck does that. So anyway, yeah, they're going to do something special for people that are hard of hearing impaired. I really almost fucked that one up. Anyway, next story. It says Linda Carter. This is from comicbook.com. The other one was too, I think. Anyway, it says, I'm trying to rush through this because I'm going to lose time pretty soon. Linda Carter would love to be involved in Wonder Woman movie. The Wonder Woman movie coming out is like, I really hope they give her a decent spot. She said she wouldn't do it, and if it's just a walk-on, walk-off type of thing like they do with Stan Lee, she won't do it. But otherwise, she would. And I love Linda Carter. I think she was so hot. I think she's still, really hot. So anyway, there was that. Anyway, hey, check this out, by the way. There was an article again on comicbook.com, and they said Batman vs. Superman trailer preview to be released this week. So yeah, I would love to see it. Now I'm going to try to look it up online because it'll be probably up. Anyway, with that, it says it's going to be attached to the upcoming Mad Max Fury Road, the next Mad Max movie. I'm kind of looking over at my camera. Comes out May 15th, the Mad Max movie. So they're going to attach the very first teaser of Batman versus Superman. Now, that's going to be the first Justice League thing, too. So, you know what? I'm going to let it go at that. I want a lot longer than I want to. I want to be up a lot later I am. It's almost 20 minutes. And I really don't want to do that. So, folks, once again, I hope you enjoyed my show. And, please, if you are, or get other people to listen to. I'm just desperate at this point. Okay, I'm just going to talk to you later. Bye. Have a good night. Or morning, who knows?